Hello everyone, I'm back. It's Linda Peavy, founder of Cultured Curves, the blog that is for sophisticated style, fashion, and beauty for us curvy women over 50. And today I'm going to share with you one little tool, concealer and the concealer brush, and 5 different ways to use it to help you get a flawless makeup look. So, if you are interested in learning more makeup tutorials for us curvy women over 50, please subscribe to my channel. I'm new to YouTube and I appreciate your support, and be sure to check out my blog, culturedcurves.com. The link is below. So let's get started. This is my best tip for using concealer, other than the normal ways which you might have heard about, which is underneath the eyes. So we'll start with my favorite way, and that is to frame your eyebrows. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of concealer on the brush. I like using cream concealer, but you can use a solid as well. And I love using a concealer brush, especially made for concealer, because it just helps the concealer to apply better, and it gives you more flawless look. So here we are. You know how you see a lot of these women, these perfectly lined eyebrows? Well, the secret is concealer. So let me tell you how they get it. Let me show you how they get it. All right, so on the brush, we have concealer. And what you do is you start underneath the eyebrow with the concealer, and you make your arch. And this is so great because when you've applied your eyebrow liner, if you've made any mistakes, you can get rid of them with the concealer. I'll put a little bit more on. This is why I love, love, love the brush. So there's your arch. And as just a hint for you, when you're putting on your eyeshadow or using the concealer, keep in mind this is where the eyebrow should start. The arch is where you should have the highest indentation, and then this is where the eyebrow should end. So we line the bottom and then we line the top with the concealer. You make that perfect line. And again, it's so great because if you've made any mistakes with your brow liner, you can just correct them. Okay, and we're going to put just a little bit more at the top. And what's so great about the concealer is that once you've made your line at the top, right, then you just blend it in with the rest of your makeup, and then we're going to put powder over it. Okay, and then at the bottom, I happen to have on eyeshadow, but you can just blend the concealer and then you put on whatever eyeshadow you've had on. So for example, the eyeshadow that I was using is here, so you can just blend it in. So even if you've forgotten to put on the concealer and you have your eyeshadow on, you can still blend, 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 and put on whatever other eyeshadow that you might want. So let's go to the other one. So again, underneath it, you want to make that perfect line. Make sure you define that arch and then come down. And then the same above it. Define, define, and then you come down with the concealer. There we are. Okay, and just be sure to blend with the rest of your makeup, and then you can blend this as well. And here's my face powder. So you just want to go over where you blended the concealer at the top with the face powder. Blend, blend, blend. And there you are. And then of course at the bottom, depending on whether or not you have your eyeshadow on, is concealer, so you can blend right over it and then apply whatever eyeshadow that you want. And it just gives you a more perfect look. So that's step number one for using concealer. And you might have learned about using concealer underneath the eyes if you have dark circles, but here's a tip I have for you. I put on my concealer after I put on the makeup, not before, because if you put the concealer on before you put on your makeup, and then as you're applying the makeup, it tends to smear the concealer, and you want it to stay where you've put it. So I use my concealer over my makeup, over the makeup, right underneath the eye, and I blend it down. Again, underneath the eye, and the concealer should be one shade lighter than your complexion. So I think it just does a much better job. Okay, so then you have your powder, and you can just put the powder over your concealer. Okay, so we have, how many is that? We have 3 different ways: underneath the eyebrow, above the eyebrow, and then underneath the eyes. And here's my 4th way, and that is to line your lipstick. So again, you may want to use this if you have a special occasion that you're going out to and your lips just need to be flawless. But this is how you want to get a flawless look to your lipstick. So you have your lipstick on, you have your gloss on, and now what we're going to do is put that concealer on and then get rid of any smudges that we might have. I've been talking and there's probably lipstick on my teeth, so let me show you how you create that perfect line. So underneath, you see, you use the liner to get rid of any like straggling little lines of makeup or lipstick. Right underneath, and the same at the top. Line. And again, you're blending it. It's concealer. I always use oil-free, so it should be good for your skin. And the same on this side. I'm going to use this hand this way so that you can see it better. Line the top. And especially in the corners. Where your makeup, the lipstick tends to run a bit, even with your lip liner on. And that just perfects your line. And again, with your trusty powder, if you want to use a brush, you can. If not, I happen to use my powder puff because I'm accustomed to using it. And there you are. The fifth way is when you're contouring and you're highlighting. Now we know that your contouring should be darker, typically 2 shades darker than your skin tone, but your highlighter should be 1 shade lighter, sometimes 2 shades lighter than your skin complexion. So that's where, again, our concealer comes in at. So you can use a concealer typically in areas that you want to highlight, which can be right in the middle here. We'll use a little more concealer. So right down the middle, where you just want to bring some light. If we want to narrow the nose at all, we're bringing it right down the middle. See, right down the middle. Okay? And then you're going to blend. And typically you're going to use a contour, a darker shade on the outside of each nostril area. And then when you're highlighting your cheek area, it goes right on the apple of the cheek, right? And then your darker contour would go beneath it. So the same for the other, it's just going to go on the apple of the cheek, and then your darker contour will go beneath, and then your blending, and then it's just going to highlight that area. When you use a darker contour, it'll bring out your cheekbones a little bit more. And then after, this is not obviously not a lesson in contouring, but I just want to show you how you can use concealer if you don't have a special contouring stick. And of course my trusty powder. And it just highlights the areas that you might want to bring attention to, especially if you have any oily T-zone areas. Concealer and powder can be great for keeping the shine away. So there you have it, the 5 uses: below and above the eyebrow, underneath the eyes, to line your lips, and to use, instead of a highlight stick, you can use contouring so you use a concealer for contouring along the cheekbones, along the nose area, chin, and even the forehead area. It's just a substitute if you maybe don't have your regular highlighter with you. So that's it. Those are the 5 tips. Thank you again for joining me. If you're interested in learning about more makeup tips for us curvy girls over 50, I'm Linda Peavy, founder of Cultured Curves. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to hear your feedback, and visit the blog culturedcurves.com, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.